Alright, good night everybody. Time to get started here on a little bit of Ghost Recon. This is my first live stream, so go easy on me. I'm sure I'm not going to be the greatest, but any tips or tricks or anything you guys would like to see me do, feel free to put in the chat and I'll try my best to make sure they're noticed and take everybody's ideas into account. And here we go. So let me see here. Still working on a few bugs on how to get everything working. Let me see here. Let me see. Do a little bit of experimenting here. Let's see. Get everything full screen application. Let's get her going here. Why are you not showing up? Come on, sweetheart, be good for me here. Few technical issues, folks. Just give me a minute. Like I said, this is my first time streaming, so I'm figuring everything out as I go. Any tips and tricks I will gladly take. If you want to say anything or say anything you'd like to see me do while in game, any of that. Let me see here. No, I don't want that. I don't. Add here. Game capture. Match property. We will do that. And then we will okay. Let me see if I can get her moved into position here. Just a moment here, folks, and I'll see what I can get done here. Hey Garrett, what's up? Like I said earlier, I'm kind of new to streaming, so I'm still working out a few bugs on how to get everything showing Any tips and tricks, I'd gladly appreciate. Um, yeah, right now I'm just working out a few kinks, trying to get everything working correctly. Probably should have done this earlier, but be alright. Game capture. Specific window. Okay, and then alright, so she'll show up here for us, Gary. Give me just a second. There she is. Alright, let's get in here. So, first run of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, while live streaming, obviously. I'm gonna go into one of my older saves here and just continue on with the story. If I remember right, I restarted this a few days ago, so I'm on episode 1 of what their campaign is still. Don't remember exactly what mission, but we are going to get in there and give Sentinel and Walker a piece of what Aroa has to offer. Come on, there she coming. Don't have the best PC right now. I bought it pre-built from somebody a few years ago, and it doesn't have the best parts, but we're still running. Everything might be a little slow, but so I apologize for any lags or anything like that. Alright, let's talk to Miss Madine here. Pin that way I know where to go. Alright, come on, Paula. Let's get to going here. Seems a little overkill for a transport vehicle, but we'll get it done, I guess. Come on, Paula. Alright. Oh, that's why, because we're not transporting. We're fucking shit up. Across the bay here. Into the depths of the swamp and fenbog. Let's see what we can mess up when we get over here, shall we? If I remember correctly, yeah, destroy battery containers in Emilia's port. So we're gonna go over here and get rid of. Oh, might have some opposition here, maybe not. See if he spins around on us. Yep, he did. So come here, buddy. Come here. Kill one. Put a missile down there. Get rid of him. Yep, call in your reinforcements. I'll take them all down. Oh, that one hurt a little bit. That's alright. I'll put a little deal down there. Missile lock. Missed him. Come on, sweetheart. Give me a good shot here. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Give me a good lock. Give me a good lock. Good lock. Not good enough. Give me a good round. Somebody give me a good round. Let's go. Come on. Let's piss those guys off a little bit. He's done. Finally got us one. There we go. Alright, let's see here. And there's the other one. Alright, let's piss the rest of these guys off here, shall we? We'll put a few of them down in there. You down in there. And we'll take out that sniper just because they're normally problematic, but they shouldn't be for this bird. Seen a little guy running down there. Alright, they're pissed off enough. We will go to next objective here. Spin around and get on going. Up and over the mountaintops here. And then we will... Oh, something's looking at us. That's alright. They won't take us on. They can take us... It's probably an Azrael drone if I'm being honest here. Oh, oh, SAM turret. Alright. See if we can get rid of this battery here real quick. There she goes. Alright. That's all done. And then head over to this next one. And get down out of SAM range. Try to get rid of our little follower here. He's gone. Oh, there's another little mosquito back there. Come on, buddy. Come on. I hear another one back behind us. He's too slow for us, so we're just going to spin around and see if he catches up. When we go over the mountaintop here. I can hear him right behind me. There's a little bit of SAM interference, so we'll get a little lower. Then rise up. A few drones. Oh, we lost all power. Alright. Well, that is not good. Not good at all. Probably going to be our first death on the stream here. Yep, there she is. Alright. Well, that did not go as planned, people. So, get reloaded in here. Spend less time around that first objective. Go on to the next one. And then not spend too much time around any of them, actually. And we will just get to keep on going and going and going and going. I think that was part of my problem, is I focused too much on that first little base there. So just moving from objective to objective, clearing them out. So let's try this again. Get Miss Paula here. Come on, Paula. Then we will get back in our good old Helima chopper here. Come on, Paula. Load up. And we are off again. Hey, Garrett. Oh, hope you're enjoying the stream so far. From what I can tell, you've been here since I've started, so thank you for that one. Just doing like I said earlier, we're just doing a few of the campaign missions here. Just continuing the story in episode 1 right now. If I remember correctly, this is just before we take Paula back to Erewhon to meet Jace and everything. Can't hear over the helicopter. Alright, give me just a second here. I will adjust all of my sliders. I hope this helps. Once again, I thank you for the feedback. And hopefully this is better. I'm not going to guarantee anything. So just let me know. Let's see. This is a modded helmet. Um, if I remember correctly, you're gonna make fun of me for this one. This is the Uwu helmet from one of if the author's name comes to recollection right, it is Sexy Couch Potato off the Nexus mods. She also came up with, I say she, they also came up with the camo and a few of the other mods that you'll get to see later whenever I'm not in the helicopter. Um, I've got a few pants mods from her that make this character look a little better in my opinion. Give uh, the face more definition, give Fury's face more definition, and give some better character details as well as we're going along. Um, yeah, I just recently got back into it after I figured out how to mod. I tried to mod this game a while ago and it never really worked out. So I apologize for the lag. Yeah, like I said, I recently started modding it again, figured out how to actually get them to work, and that's why I've started playing this a lot again. See if we can't get rid of this drone here. It's gonna be a pain in my butt. Come on, sweetheart. Give me a good lock. You're gonna be hard to hit with missiles, I know, but let's see. Oh, well, yeah, that's the only downfall of consoles that they're harder to get mods for. Um, it's kind of why I went away from consoles. Is like I liked having mods, make everything look better. Well, chopper's going down. All right, but yeah, mods make everything look better, give you more weapons and everything like that. Yep, that's kind of figured how that would go. But yeah, as for the new viewers, um, like I said earlier, this is my first time streaming, so any tips and tricks will be greatly appreciated. Um, this is my first live stream of Ghost Recon Breakpoint or any game for that matter. Um, everything's not going too hot, as you can see. Getting into some of the harder missions on episode 1 of the campaign and having some hiccups here. Thank you for the feedback, Mr. Garrett, and anybody else in the chat, feel free to interact. I try my best to keep y'all in the loop and pay attention to chat, so don't feel shy. I'm a little nervous myself, so I don't know if having the mods will allow me to play with vanilla players. I've read that it can cause problems between connections and everything like that, and I haven't found a decent mod yet that won't crash my game that will allow me to play with vanilla players with mods. So, but otherwise, I would gladly accept the help if I knew that I could play with vanilla players. Appreciate the offer. So let's see if we can't get back over here and destroy these servers before the drones and everything mess me up again. Or I can hit a tree and absolutely biff it. So we are going to see if I can No, I can't do it like that. So I'm just gonna stay in here. Yep, come on, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh man. Alright. Fifth or sixth time's the charm here, hopefully. Oh man. How far are you into the campaign, Gary? Are you playing the Conquest version as of right now? I tried Conquest for a little bit and I just couldn't get into it. I like the idea of reclaiming the archipelago of Aurora, but I like story driven versions better. I have yet to actually beat the main story. Normally I play this game for a while and then I get bored of it and I go away for a while and then I don't like going back into old saves, so I'll start a new save. So please don't spoil anything for me. I bet that the rest of the story is good. Normally I only get to episode 1 and then get to the beginning of episode 2, get bored and quit. Hopefully with these mods that'll allow me to stay interested and get through everything. And I'm glad to see that there are other people that play this game. Like you said, Garrett, you've got a buddy. Every time I get on, there seems to be before I had mods, there seemed to be nobody in lobbies, and it seemed like I was playing by myself. So I thought that I was the only one who still played this game until I joined a Discord server that has a lot of mod creators and artists and everything on it. I don't remember the name of it right now. It's I think it's tier 1 on Discord, but I'm not sure, so I'll have to get back to everybody on that maybe within next stream or so. Um, but yeah, and if you guys are, for those of you that are watching, if you are enjoying so far, consider following. I know I don't have the best gameplay, so I won't blame you if you don't. Um, but like I said, I'm brand new to all of this, and I'm trying my best. I actually use, you all are gonna laugh at me. I actually used a lot of Chat GPT to develop my visuals and give me ideas on how to stream. So there is that. I have never gotten into Ghost War mainly because I don't like online PvP because like in GTA 5 there'll always be griefers and people who are hard on you and everything like that, and I like calm, smooth gameplay that I don't have to worry about losing everything on. Of course, this game you don't lose everything, but all the progress that you make, and sometimes the saves don't, um, the reverted saves and everything once you die, like I have been, because I'm not the greatest gamer, as you can see. But yeah, there is that. I never even really got into GTA 5 online, mainly because of the griefers and everything. Um, I guess since I'm out of the helicopter, I'm having trouble right now. I can let you see my loadout here. So I'm using Fury right now. I do have a mod that allows me to look like Lara Croft here. It fixes the ponytail and everything like it. Let's see. I do have different belt settings that change with the eye color. So if I change to blue, it will add a new belt down there. But if I change it to black, it gets rid of the belt entirely. It kind of adds that second one. And I'm trying to go through and figure out how to get rid of all that. Did not mean to do that. Let's get back in here. But the helmet I have use a 12 pig pump really solid gun and the TAC 50. I do like the TAC 50 because yes, it is a solid sniper, and when I'm not doing missions like this. I like stealth gameplay. You can't tell because of my camos, but I do like stealth gameplay, going through bushes, catching people by surprise. Um, as for your question earlier, this is the UWU helmet covers the Team Windy Exfil Carbon um, helmet. It comes with the cat ears here. I don't have a set of NVGs on this profile yet because I haven't went to the World Sea Vault in the new Algarve province, I believe it is. But I do have another helmet like that here. It the lights actually come from a different mod that go with the helmet. I believe it is an ops core mod that adds to the lights, and there's different color of lights. I just go with the blue right now. I'm thinking about changing them over to purple just to go with kind of the aesthetic I have going right now. The vest is also a modded one. It goes over the 511 Taclite plate carrier. I don't remember what its specific one is right now, but it goes with this whole um, outfit setup I have right now. Let me see here. I do have another vest that goes with more of the Lara Croft theme. Once it loads in here, it's got more mag pouches, loses the handgun pouches, and just kind of fits the body better. I just like the other one, because I can actually change the colors to it and everything. Um, the pants are another one of Couch Potatoes mod. They are armored heat regulating tactical pants, but they do give the characters behind more definition. Make fun of me what you will, but I just think they look it looks better. And the shoes are just the classic sneakers that go with this outfit here with the camo that I have. And then the top is a worn t-shirt that just kind of gives it the crop and fits everything better. If I take the plate carrier off, let me see here, you can see it a little better. It gives chest a little more definition. But yeah, and then I do have a weapon mod on that changes the Scorpio Scout. Currently, I do not have. Actually, I do have that one right now. It changes it to a 300 Win Mag rifle. I don't remember. I think it's a Remington. And then my backpack mod covers the. Which backpack was that? It is. It covers the Tac Taylor Hybrid. It just adds a katana. The only thing I don't like about the backpack mod is that, as you can see there, it doesn't fit flush with everything. I'm still working with the mod creator on trying to get that fixed. But um, yeah, that's all the current mods I have right now that I can remember. I do have um, a face mod that makes Fury's face look a little smoother, because as you know, she's got this Fury's face has some jagged edges that I wasn't really a fan of, but let me see if I can get you a good look here. So yeah, it just kind of cleans up her face a little bit, fixes the ears, and the nose and everything. Makes her features a little smoother. There you can see a little better with that on. But yeah, that's all the mods I have right now that I can remember. Hopefully after this mission I can take some time and go get the NVGs just to kind of tie the helmet and everything all together, if I can ever complete this mission, because apparently I'm having troubles today. I don't know if it's just nerves from first time streaming or what, but here we go. Hopefully again. Hopefully I can get these data servers gone before anything else. Um, Stay low for SAM turrets. I don't exactly know where they're at, but I know they are a good majority of my problems right now. Well, I guess I can't even be in the chopper for this, so I should pay attention to that. But we still use the chopper to get over here. And then I don't want to piss too many people off because I don't want a lot of trouble since I'm struggling right now. And then yeah, just hopefully I can get past this mission and progress. You damn Sam turret, let go of me. Thank you. And just keep progressing and hopefully get more into episode 2. I think I'm pretty far through episode 1 right now. I'll have to check my progress again. That Sam turn's gonna mess with me up. Alright, so hopefully I can get over here. I guess another one of the mods I do have is a Daniel Defense handgun that replaces the PX5 or 4 handgun. Let me see here. I don't have it equipped right now, but it also replaces the silencers. And see if I can get rid of these guys real quick. Yep, you're gonna cause a lot of problems for me, aren't you, buddy? There's one. Yeah. Come on. Reload. Oh, there's another chopper. Yep. Here we go again. Yep, there it is. Alright, so same turret's calling the choppers. Take note of that. I guess I don't have to take a chopper now. I can take a car. So I wouldn't have to worry about those. Yeah. The Daniel Defense handgun that replaces the PX5 or 4, whatever it is also by Catch Potato. I tend to favor her mods because her mods come with easy instructions on installation and everything. They're actually the ones who got me into modding because they were so easy to install. After, of course, I had to look up a few tutorials on how to work with the Anvil toolkit that allows modding for this. Well, I guess I do have Tick Chopper. Okay. Let me see if I can bring it up here. I don't know if I even have the blueprint for it, but we can look. Yeah, I don't have the blueprint for it right now. So I'll have to find it later. So we'll grab Miss Paula again, and then hopefully I can, like I've said before, get past this. This is actually starting to kind of tick me off a little bit. So yeah, let's get through here. Hopefully over here without pissing off a stam turret. I know I keep repeating myself, but I keep repeating the mission. So, it's going to happen a little bit. Get over the mountaintop here, past the trees. Try to stick a little lower to the ground when I can. Over the treetops, down into the valley. Garrett, since you've been the one interacting with me the most, have you ever thought about getting into gaming PCs, or are you strictly a console type of guy? Um, like I said, the only thing I like more about PCs and consoles is that mods are easier to access, of course. Um, you get both sets of titles, both um, Sony and Microsoft titles that are normally exclusive to one another. You don't always get them, but sometimes you do, and that is nice. Up until I got this PC a few years ago, I was strictly Xbox player, so I never um, got into Sony titles like the big ones like God of War and Uncharted and other ones like that. I was like Call of Duty, Halo, Hardcore, everything like that. And then once I got into the PC game, I started expanding and it just made everything easier, it seemed like. So, okay, I seen that one there finally. There's a chopper there. Oh, wrong button here. Wrong button here. That's going to be a problem. Yep. So we're going to climb out here. I'm already pretty well dead as it is. But we're going to try to hold out. Get in here to cover maybe. So, oh, no, there's a guy in here. Yep. Okay. Play this and Helldivers too. I was into that game whenever it first come out, but I've never had anybody to play with, and joining randos was never my thing. And I don't know if you've played solo, but solo is damn near impossible because I am not a great gamer. I've never claimed to be a great gamer. So there is that. And I just kind of fell off it. I do still have it installed. I do have a few war bonds, but not a lot. And yeah, I could consider that if I can ever convince myself to get back into it. That's a lot of it right now is convincing myself to get back into it because I know that the missions are getting closer to Super Earth, and I'm sure I haven't been in the loop with it for a while. Um, so I don't know exactly what's going on. The only, and I got a lot of criticism whenever I used to play with some of my friends on occasion, whenever they did play before they fell off, was that I would only like to do the terminated campaigns because they're easier to stealth is easier with them, and I'm more of a stealth player. You can't tell right now since I'm got to be stuck in this helicopter for this mission, but yeah, I'm more of a stealth player. I like going in quiet, not trying to get loud, but sometimes it does happen. Normally, I can hold my own. Um, do they have a hard planted out right now? Like I said, I haven't been in the loop for a while, so I don't know everything that's going on. Um, I'd have to do a lot of catching up before I ever play it again. Um, the one thing that does make me want to get back into it is, like I said, I used to be a really hardcore Halo player, and whenever they released their Halo War Bond, I got really excited. I don't even know if it's still available. I know that some of the missions are, but I don't know if the armor classes or the weapons are right now. That's what made me kind of want to get back into it. I just never could convince myself to do it. Um, but yeah, all of the I don't remember their exact names right now, but the uh, robots I never could get into because they always seem so hard to kill, especially with my preferred stealth play style. And as you know, once you shoot one of them, they're all right there. And I like not only stealth, but sitting back on Overwatch, keeping people safe, everything like that. Whenever I do play with people, most of the time I play solo, like I said earlier. Let's see, level 7 and up, they have what's called a Hive Lord. I have seen a few things on that. Um, and from what I can tell, yeah, it is super hard to kill. And with as much as I'm struggling right now, you can see that I probably wouldn't do really well against it. And they have what's called Dragon Roaches, basically a dragon. Yeah, I could see that being a thing. I might just abandon this mission. I know that's a little off topic, but just because I'm having so much trouble with it right now. Um, but yeah, one of the reasons I do want to get back into Helldivers is because of their Halo War Bond. The game that really got me into Halo was the game that gets everybody into Halo. Um, was Reach because that is one of the best campaigns in my opinion. Besides the original trilogy, obviously. Should snipe all those turrets and SAMs with the sniper suppressed. I will consider that once I come back to this mission. Right now, I'm going to abandon it and pour Miss Paula here. Um, I never really was big into gaming until the um, Xbox One had already released, and by that time, I was just getting an Xbox 360, so I couldn't play all of those games that they had. So I could play Reach and the original trilogy. I think four. No, it wasn't four. Four was on Xbox One. Um, but yeah, I did grow up on Halo because it was easy to play offline, and you could do more offline than you could in COD. Yes, COD had zombies, but that's about all it had offline wise. Besides um, the campaign and everything, I guess that's really all that Halo has too, besides Firefight. But there was also Forge that you could play around on, and COD never had anything like that. Started with Halo Combat Evolved, and played 2, 3, finally got Xbox Live and started with Halo 3 Online. Played ODST and Reach. Like I said, yeah, I never really got into the original trilogy until, what was it? Until I got the Master Chief Collection, because then that had everything, and I already had Reach on the side, so I didn't have to worry about that. And the Master Chief Collection was when I got into Combat Evolved and that original trilogy and ODST. ODST, I had a lot of trouble on because of the darker gameplay, and I was like 15, 16, something at the time, something like that. Is he really hard to kill? I've seen a few things on him. I've seen that he has a lot of drones and everything. I don't know how true that is. I've gotten up to killing Rosebud, it was. And then it seemed like every time after I got done killing these three, and I got to the point to where I could go after Cole, I just got bored, and I don't know if it was just rage or everything like that, but yeah, looked up a glitch to kill him. It's true. You have to kill those drones before you can kill him. Okay, so they provide kind of like a energy shield, just to bring in the Halo aspect again. Okay. Um, but we're gonna get away from Miss Paula here, and we're gonna go into Mr. Chisholm, and then maybe I'll focus on, after I get him and maybe Cromwell done, I'll either go back to Paula or I'll go after Flycatcher here and maybe consider leading up to him and Stone here. What perks did I have? Oh yeah, just Rolling Thunder, and okay. Yeah, right now I'm using the Scorpio, and it obviously the mod I have has changed it to more of a 300 Win Mag or Winchester rifle and Remington, I believe it is. Um, Actually, instead of doing missions, I might just focus on getting some more gear and leveling up this character. So, where is that set of NVGs at? I think Flycatcher is one of the big best building on the mountainside. You like that mission a lot. From what I can remember, let's see. I'll go to the shop here in a minute and look at that 12 gauge. From what I can remember, I did like that flycatcher mission. It's been a while since I've actually had to do it. Um, as you can see, I'm just now getting back into this after modding. Um, yeah, from what I can remember, I did like that mission a lot because I was able to go in stealth-wise a lot and quietly clear room from room, go, 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 everything like that. Let's see, NBGs. I wanted this set. So yeah, World Sea Vault, New Sterling, not New Argyle. That's where it was. So we are going to go do that real quick just so I can complete my outfit. And we will get to that. So I need to go to New Sterling. Oh, that's because I haven't been to New Sterling province yet. If I remember correctly, it's right there. So we're going to go to this. Oh, damn it. We're going to go to um, this bivouac here. Really like playing with Muddy. He was a Marine, so he's definitely a tactical player. After I'm on myself to slow down so I can leave some people for him. Yeah, I um, do like more of a tactical play style than going in guns blazing. A lot of times, whenever I'm not doing missions or if I'm doing conquest, I will do a lot of scouting and start taking out snipers and everything from afar, like you're about to see me do to these couple guys here before I go over to that seed vault. Actually, is there anything here? I'll have to go look and see if there's anything here. Um, as for your shotgun, I've never really been into shotguns because they are a close quarters weapon, and I like long range. Um, yeah, mark everyone first, kill radio operator. That's a lot of trouble I have problem with, is I have trouble making myself target radio operators in story mode otherwise, because story mode, it's easier to kill reinforcements and everything, and you get more XP from them. So I normally don't take radio operators out until last. Where did he go? He went downstairs. Okay. Oh no, he's right there. So, but normally I work snipers first because they're more likely to bust you than anything else. And then I'll take out everybody on rooftops because you're less likely to get picked out because of them. And I'm in the Ghost Immersive mode, so I can't really mark anybody. I just like to take notes on patrols and guard posts and everything else. See, like these two here, they're patrolling together, so normally I make a mental note of that, and then the two up here. But the guys that are just on towers like this, I'll normally take out first, take out everybody outside, and then work my way in. Oh, who do you find? Who found it? Somebody come up the stairs. Oh no, they hear my drone, that's what it is. Okay. So, stupid. Oh, that's gonna feel good in the morning. Once you unlock the slingshot drones, it helps. You can put 3 out. Then if you have AI teammates, you can have them target. So right there, 6 people get killed at once plus your shot. I have never been one to use the AI teammates because I like to roll solo a lot of the times, and mainly because they got in my way most of the time whenever I first started playing this game. So normally I disable them, especially in Wildlands. I know they help a lot in Wildlands, but I've never liked playing with them. I know they add to the story. Um, and the sync shot drones, they are helpful at times, but like I said earlier, and like you've noted, I'm more of a tactical player, so I like to use the least amount of technology as possible and go in and just clear everybody that way. And they're looking for me right now, so we will kind of stick to the shadows here. And ballsy little deer. Take everybody out that way. Give me a shot, Buster. Give me a shot. Mostly use them for the radio operators. That way they can't call reinforcements. I can see why that would be helpful. But like I said, I like the reinforcements unless they are when they're ground reinforcements. If they're air reinforcements, like you've seen, I can hardly deal with them. They're harder to take down, but ground reinforcements are just boom, one tap, done, keep going. In Conquest, they are a little bit more difficult because they have, see, like radio operators in here somewhere. There's a breacher coming for me, and they're starting to get my position down, so I need to move. But, yeah. Alright, you two, let's see here. Take you out. Take him out. I don't know how these shots are making it through this wall, but I'm going to take it. Take Breacher out, because his shotgun will mess me up. The damn deer's going to distract me every time. Well, who's looking at me? You are. You don't get to shoot. Okay, anybody down here in the corner? Yep. Take him out. And we'll drop down here. A little bit farther of a drop than I thought. I'm watching my 7th moment. If you do want to try joining up a bit, see if it works, I could try and help. I do appreciate the offer, but like I said, I don't know if my mods will allow me to play with vanilla players because I've seen things where the mods can cause conflicts. But I do appreciate you joining in and interacting with me, especially since this is my first stream. I'm hoping that it goes really well, and like everybody hopes that I can get more followers and viewers and everything. Um, yeah, I'll have to do some research and see if I can um, run mods with vanilla players or find a good mod that will allow me to run with vanilla players. Because since I've got a PC, almost every one of my games has mods now. Just because I've fallen in love with mods. Normally, whenever a game is first out, that's the only time I play it vanilla. Then whenever um, mods start getting added, then I start adding mods. And as to your comment, yes, I do go coyote hunting a lot. Whenever I'm not gaming, I am outdoors most of the time, unless it's winter time, like it is. I don't know where you're from, but it gets to sub-zero temperatures or freezing temperatures most of the time. So I'm inside most of the time. But in the summer, spring, fall even, I'm outside a lot. And so yeah, I do a lot of coyote hunting, deer hunting, anything hunting really, just because I like being outside when the weather's nice, or even when it's a little chilly, just because I can deal with the cold. But whenever it gets really, really, really cold, that's when I um, start staying in most more and doing more um, gaming and everything. Um, it is. I do highly recommend coyote hunting. It is really fun, especially around here because they are a really bad nuisance. And this state has a year-round season, so I can just go out, get permission. Which there's a lot of farmers around where I'm at, so it's not hard to get permission. A lot of them want them away from their coyotes. I don't even. I just ask, hey, can I go? I've seen a lot of tracks going in, or I've seen one in a field. Can I do some calling out here, get them away from cattle, get them off your farmland? Um, because they are a real problem around here. Brother's father-in-law has a suppressed 308 with a thermal, so they drive around and kill them. I want to get a 308. I do not have one at the time, so right now I run around with a 5.56 rifle that I built myself. It doesn't have a suppressor yet because those are kind of expensive. But since they did pass the new bill to get rid of that one extra tax that they had, I'm hoping that that price will come down a little bit and I can actually get one because I do have another rifle that I want to put one on as well. Just got traded off my gun I bought for coyote hunting, but I have a 308 for deer hunting. Deer hunting, coyote hunting, a rifle's a rifle. Um, I don't know where you're at right now, but most people just go around and will smoke a coyote and either leave it or have it taxidermied. It sounds horrible, but fur prices aren't really worth anything right now, and their meat isn't very good. I do try to not waste anything that I kill, so I have tried coyote before, but it is just not very good in my opinion. Um, coon's not very good either. Raccoon's not very good either. So a lot of people around here just go around and shoot them because they're a big problem as well. Um, I never used to really hunt them until fur prices start going down. I'm in Missouri as well. Until fur prices started going down, and then that's when I stopped trapping because I did a lot of trapping before I did a lot of hunting. Whenever I got away from trapping, I turned into hunting, and I'll just, like I said earlier, I'll just go out and smoke one, either leave it or have it taxidermied. Right now, I'm just leaving them because I am more in the northern. I'm closer to Iowa. I can literally walk to Iowa from my house. The city that I'm in is only a mile away from the Iowa line. That's how close I am to Iowa. So you had a 204. I can't say I've ever heard of that caliber. Right now I have 223 or 5.56 and 300 blackout and an AR platform. So that's the main ones I hunt with. I do have a 243 that was my first rifle, but it has a U stock on it, and stocks are kind of expensive, so um, I can't really shoot that one right now. Bought a Chevy 70 Chevy pickup up by Iowa border. I I can tell you it definitely wasn't for me because I've never really been a Chevy guy. It does not surprise me because there are a lot of people that wheel and deal around here. I have I like mechanics, but I can never get into wheeling and dealing just because every time I work on a car or a vehicle, I fall in love with it and I have a hard time letting it go. So yeah, I can't just wheel and deal like most people do. Um, but yeah, that does not surprise me. 223 is good. 243 also good. Look up a 204 and a 40 green, faster than a 32 green. I will have to look that up just because I've never heard of one. I can't say that I could find myself getting one just because I'm not sure how much bigger a 223 is in, or a 5.56 is in that round because I've never heard of that round. But I do like kind of my bigger calibers, like my 300 blackout. It's closer to a it's about as close to a 7.62 that you can get than actually getting a 7.62, I believe. And it's not really a hunting rifle, built to be a hunting rifle. It is more of a defense rifle. Um, the 243, whenever I did shoot it, was always deer. The bigger calibers are good for coyotes, yes, but they mess up the fur too much. And if you don't make a good shot, the animal suffers, and I don't like that, which is why I like a smaller caliber. It'll pass through cleanly. If it's not a good shot, the animal, yes, it'll suffer for a little bit. Normally, I try to track my wounded animals down, but it's not always an option, and they seem to suffer as less because I have seen coyotes that I've shot a while later, and they seem to be adjusting just fine, whereas bigger calibers, they have more trouble adjusting and healing because it creates more damage, obviously. And yeah, there's that. 204 is a little round, just fast and flat shooting. I will definitely have to look it up then because I do like um, fast shooters just because there's less guesswork in ballistics and everything. Because the faster it goes, the less you have to worry about bullet drop and everything else. And there's a lot of hills around where I'm at and where I hunt. So that's why I like a little bit faster round. Of course, I still have to, on some of the farther shots, I do still have to account for hills and yardage and bullet drop and everything else. But yeah, what was I doing? Bought your 70 to keep. That's what I do for a lot of my vehicles. Unfortunately, with cars, I have really bad luck. I don't know if it's just the car styles I like. I like muscle cars like Ford's Mustangs, Chevy's Camaros, those types of muscle cars. Um, my main body style, my mains are brand is Ford. The body styles I really like that I've learned to fall in love with are the S197 body style because everything seems to be easy to get to, working on it wise. People give the 4.6s a lot of crap, but I tend to like them just because they're easier to build. Let's try that for SBF 289. I had one. I had a 289 in a 67, but Mustang because I used to have one of those. But the guy, like almost every marketplace deal, wasn't completely honest with me with it, and it turned out that one of the rear cam bearings was bad, and I am not a machinist, nor do I normally have the cash to put that kind of money into an engine. Normally, I buy them pre-built, cheap, which is probably why they don't last long. But sometimes the cheaper ones work the best. I tend to lean toward the 302 50 motors, just because they can put out some more power, and that's what people will normally build them as. I've always wanted to put an actual 50 in a classic Mustang, but I never could seem to have the acquire the funds to do it. And I think I'm off by a hill. Yeah. Mustang is free for the friend's family. That would be great. You are a very lucky guy to have a motor, which is why I traded for this engine. That is an understandable trade then. Um, all of my cars, I haven't. I would love to have an old barn find that somebody would just give to me like that. You're a very lucky guy to have a barn find like that just given to you. There are a lot of cars around here, like old classics that people have, but they aren't willing to sell them mainly because they're older folks and they hold sentimental memories, which I can understand. My only different mindset is I would hate to see a car or any kind of vehicle rot away into the dirt. Um, I like seeing the life in them, and if I couldn't drive them anymore or couldn't afford to put the funds in them, I'd get rid of them, which is why I've had so many because a lot of them have come up needing repairs that I couldn't afford, so I'd trade them off, get new ones. And I've finally convinced myself to get away from the Mustangs and into um, back into trucks because before, whenever I turned 16, like every guy, I wanted to around here, I wanted a truck, and the Mustangs kind of got me away from them. Now I'm getting back into them. I just recently bought my dad's um, 1993 OBS F-150, so I'm putting money into that right now. Um, Trying to get away from the cars for a little while. His dad drove it into this barn like 40 years ago, removed motor, cut front forwards out, and did body work on corners. Never finished it. Sat there ever since. At least it was in a barn. I don't know how good condition the barn was in, so I can't say how good condition the car is in. But at least it was in a barn. All the older Mustangs that I've found have all been um, sitting out in a field or in someone's driveway, just rotting. or were projects that I tried to take over and ended up being more biting off more than I could chew. My 70 is a factory 4x4 manual trans. I also have a 2006 1500, but it is giving me some running issues right now. This truck that I just bought from my old man, it is factory 50 4x4 as well, but only thing I don't like about it is an automatic transmission, and I prefer manuals just because they give you more control and everything like that. Um, did not mean to do that, but I never used to be able to drive manuals, but I recently taught myself with this last Mustang I had because I wanted to be able to control the horsepower because the motor had actually been built and it was actually decently built. Um, but it had a lot of computer problems, and I don't mess with electrical, I mess with mechanical, and that's it. So I had to get rid of that one finally, which allowed me to buy this OBS. Owned quite a few manual vehicles. The only manual vehicle I've actually owned was this last Mustang I just got rid of. It's actually the one that got me into manuals, and whenever I bought this truck, like I said, it's automatic, and I like how the truck drives, but I hate the automatic just because I'm not in control as much as with a manual transmission. Last one was a 1983 Isuzu put with a factory 2.2 diesel 5-speed pump. I've never really been into foreign brands because, like I said earlier, I like my American muscle, American made, everything. I'm sure that's just because um, the country I'm in, everything seems easier to work on. Got 40 miles. Damn, that would be nice. This truck I just bought from my old man has a Bronco tank in it, so it's not a rear tank, so it's not a factory tank. It's like a 30-40 gallon one, and it seems like every few days I'm still filling that truck up. So it doesn't seem to get that good of gas mileage wise, but I really can't complain because it's got the 5.0 in it, and it's got pretty good power for those old 5.0s. So, um, what did she have for me? Did I have to replace the transmission after I got it done partially? Yeah, parts are getting harder to find for older vehicles, but that's because they are going out of date. Nobody's really producing them anymore. In the older vehicles, they had less problems, in my opinion, and were easier to work on, so they didn't have to produce as many parts as they do modern vehicles. Got maybe an offer one day. I couldn't pass that. Yeah, I get a lot of those offers, but sometimes I still have to force myself to be like, hey, no. Yes, it's a good offer, but you can't do this right now. That's why I'm pretty poor as it is, because I have terrible impulse control most of the time. Where is that? Did I get rid of that marker? No, I just never placed it. Okay. I should be right around here. That's not it. Let me do a little bit of recon here. Let me see. From what I remember, it doesn't have a tower. Just getting that real quick. Get that on my map. Where the hell is this? I used to remember where it was at, like drop of a pin, but now I can't seem to think of where it is. Make sure I'm in the right province. New Sterling. Oh, I'm just on the wrong hillside. It's right there. Ding a ding. Okay. Well, I have a bivouac there, so we're just gonna go there. And then I will look at the shop at that shotgun you mentioned while I am out that bivouac. I started taking my kids to daycare, so I wasn't driving it much. Didn't figure I'd see that offer again. That is a good point. I can't really comment on that a whole bunch because single man, don't have kids, only have to worry about myself. So I haven't had responsibilities like that. Can't comment on it too much, but I can understand where you're at in that reasoning. Yep, we're at the right spot now. I'm gonna go get these NVGs. This bush so I can get some good recon going here. Let's see. Let's come in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 exterior. 7 exterior. 70 in Princeton. That's almost Iowa. Princeton's still a good ways from me. I have to look up, but exactly how far. But I think that's still a good hour and a half or so from where I'm at. But we do. My football team does play Princeton. I know that, so we're at least that close. Um, can't say I've ever been there because every time we played Princeton whenever I was in school, which has been a few years ago now, makes me sound like a young pup, I know, but it always seemed to be a home game, so I can't say that I've ever been there. Yeah, from what I remember, there's a lot of people in here. I just want these NVGs, and I want to dip out. Yeah, and get a little ways past, and then we'll go up. Oh, of course I was on the last round of the mag, and I'm no good at running shots apparently. There she goes. Okay. Blueprint. No, the actual NVGs are in here, not a blueprint. So yeah, yeah, I'm after the pair of NVGs that's in here, just because they tend to bring this helmet together. Skill. I do have a skill point I can spend. Let's do that, even though I can't mark them right now. But yeah, the pair of NVGs I'm after are these ones, just because they, if you can't tell, they really seem to tie the helmet together. And I can put this pattern on them that I have on the rest of my equipment. And it's a good thing it's nighttime because that gives me more cover in the dark. Not that it'll matter inside, but outside it'll matter a lot. Yeah, someone's here. Oh, don't know how. Oh, he probably just jumped the barrier. Let's see here. Alright. If I remember correctly, they are downstairs, not over in that little room right there. Threat. Threat. Both targets down. 805 brands. I don't care for those. Chest right here behind me. But I'm more worried about Dingus and Dingus here. I think this is just scout credits if I remember, yeah. Take out those two. You motherfucker. Come on, buddy. Come up the stairs. NVGs are in the deepest part. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oops. Didn't even see him back there. Alright, so. Hi, Civvy. I about blew your brains out. Come on, buddy. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna do this. Good night. I didn't feel like waiting for him. So probably this chest right back here. City. Okay. Yep, there they are. Okay, so let's go put those on real quick just to kind of complete this. So much better. Okay, and then we are going to do this and tie everything together just like that. And just because this isn't my Laura um, character, I'm going to put the mask back on. Oh, there's a lot of information here. Alright, well, thanks for joining in, Garrett. Hopefully I'll see you again on my next stream, which will be tomorrow around the same time. And um, I hope that I can get a follow from you. If not, I understand. And if you enjoy my content, um, recommend me to your, mention me to your buddies at least, especially the one that you said um, plays this game a lot with you and likes more of a tactical advantage. Just because I like to see that other people play this game as well, not just me. And appreciate you being here. Oh, thank you for the follow. Alright, so we are going, oh, there's a chest right here. We are going to do that. I don't want an LMG. We'll see you later, Garrett. Alright, anybody else that is here, this is just a standard playthrough of the Ghost Recon Breakpoint campaign with this character. I do have another character that I use for Conquest, but I'm not using her right now. So, um, uh, if you've been here from the beginning, you've seen that I was struggling a lot with one of the missions. So right now I'm just going around getting equipment and leveling up my character to get more skills to hopefully make that easier, and just discovering more areas on the archipelago of Aroa, like bivouacs and everything, if I'm even saying that right, just so it makes it easier to fast travel, and I spend less time running across the map than I do doing the missions and everything. Right now I'm going to the hop field right now, mainly for these 511 fast tack boots. I might pick up that M4. I'm not really sure yet. We'll see. And if you haven't been here from the beginning, this is my first stream. So if you're still watching, I hope that you are enjoying my content. Like I was saying to Garrett earlier, please consider following. Can't blame me if you don't, because I'm not going to say that this is the greatest gameplay or streaming. Since this is my first time, feel free to interact in chat. As you can see, Garrett has, whenever he was here, was very interactive. I did my best to interact with him while doing gameplay. I hope to have the same kind of conversations with any of you that are watching. If you have any tips and tricks for streaming or gameplay for this game, please feel free to say anything. I will gladly take any advice. I'm just recently getting back into this game after figuring out how to mod it, and um, I always seem to have trouble getting through the entirety of the campaign missions. Normally, I only get to get through episode 1 before I find myself getting bored and leaving the game. Hopefully, with all of these mods, um, it will keep me interested and I know that there are more mods always being produced for this game. If you have any questions about the mods I'm using, feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer them and remember which ones they are or give you ways to find them. Most of these mods come off of Nexus, so they should be pretty easy to find if I can remember correct titles and everything. A lot of the mods I use come from the creator Sexy Couch Potato or Couch Potato or something like that. Um, that author is the one who got me into modding mainly this game because their mods had instructions that were easy to follow, especially after I figured out how to use the Anvil toolkit to add the mods. Um, so I have most of the mods that I have are theirs. I do have a couple of weapon mods that are not hers, like my rifle here. It is a 300 Win Mag Remington mod that replaces the Scout Scorpio or the Scorpio rifle, and um, I do have a handgun mod that I do not have. I do not have the handgun equipped right now because I have not found it yet in this playthrough. It is a Daniel Defense mod that replaces the PX4, the PX5, whichever title that is. Um, but that handgun mod is also by the Couch Potato author. They actually just released that mod the other day, and I have it on my other profile, and it is really fun to use. It comes with a red dot sight on it, and or I say red dot sight on it. The reticle is actually green, but it does have this silencer on it. The silencer, the mod actually does change the entirety of silencers to look like this one. You do not have to add that file if you do not want it, but to me the gun just looks wonky without the mod, so I just opted to replace all the silencers with this style. Um, yeah, right now I'm just going through Archipelago, gathering equipment, attachments, weapons, cosmetics, everything, gaining XP, trying to gain skill points to make my playthrough a little easier. Um, because I am not the greatest gamer. I'm never going to claim to be the greatest gamer, but I do like gaming, so there is that. Um, I think this place is clear now. And I did pick up those boots, so I can move on. Let's see here. I am going to move to. Do I want to go there? No. No, nothing I want is there. I'm not really a fan of those pants, so I probably won't go there. Let's see, I was just there. I don't care about that. Is there anything around here? G28. I already have the Scorpio. I might, no, because that would replace my helmet, so I'll probably leave that. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Any recommendations for what I should look for or weapons that you guys like to use? Feel free to comment. And I'll take them into consideration. I might even consider using them because I like diversifying my portfolio, or my not my portfolio, my loadouts. Mainly, I try to stick to more of a stealth loadout. Let me see here. So I'll run a assault rifle for emergencies. I'll mainly use a sniper, even though I keep it in my second slot. And then a handgun is whenever I decide to go in close. And I'll either use my knife, which I believe I'm using the Fury knife on this character, or I'll go in with my handgun and just clear everything that way. So, I can't remember what I was going to do now. Let's skills do I have? Oh, it's just all these. Okay. Um, let me see here. For those of you that are here, I do appreciate you being here, even though there are very few of you. Everybody's got to start somewhere. I understand, even if that start is very small. I hope that you are enjoying my content. Like I've said before, I hope that you will consider following me. I'm not gonna blame you if you don't, and hopefully you will recommend me to your friends or other people that you game with or stream with, or even games that you want me to try that you think would better fit my play style and streaming style. Feel I'll take any recommendations I can get or advice that I can get. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna go over here and check this chest out, even though I am sure it is just um, scout credits. It might not be. It might be an actual blueprint. Yeah, I'll use this M4. I haven't been one for the M4, so I'll try it out. See how much it actually. See how much it fares compared to the 416, which I normally use. It actually fares a little worse, so I might switch back. Let me see. Compare stats here. Yeah, the 416 actually does a little better, so I'll probably stick with it. If any of you do have mods that you would like to see me try, I'll take recommendations for those as well, because like I said earlier, I'm fairly new to modding, especially this game, but I'm always willing to expand my horizons, learn how to do new things in modding. Maybe not create mods so much, because I know that takes a lot more time and skill, which I do not possess. But yeah, so I got that. So we will go down here now. I don't like LMGs. I don't really want to get away from my scout. G28 I never was a fan of anyway. Let me see here. I'd like to try and stay in this province, but I know that's not always going to be an issue. Um, let's see here. A vector. That's the only SMG I'd actually consider using over an assault rifle. Um, Actually, Mr. Garrett recommended a um, shotgun to me. I've never been a fan of shotguns, but I will go check it out just because he did recommend it to me, and I want to see what it is like. Said it was a 12 gauge pump, I believe. Yeah, so we will go through and do that. Um, get set up here with Miss Fury, and we will check that out really fast. Let's see. I can't access the store through here. I'll have to go back to. No, I can't access the store through here. No, I'll have to go back to Erewhon to do that, but that's fine. So we will leave in the morning, and then I will go to Erewhon, go talk to Maria, see if I can't find that shotgun he was talking about. Unless he was talking about it if it's actually in the game store, in which case I'm not going to buy it. But let's see, is this Erewhon? Yes, it is. And here after bed, I might actually switch over to my conquest character just so you guys can see that aspect as well. And if you don't play this game, you can get kind of both sides of the coin on there on Ghost Recon Breakpoint's campaign and its conquest side. See what you like more. See if you consider playing this game. Um, and hopefully I can draw more attention to this game because this is still a really good game. I know that um, what do I want to say here? That people are starting to get away from because it is an older game, but it is still a decent game. It still has a lot bigger community than I thought actually. For the longest time, I thought I was the only one that played this as of right now. Um, Let me see, I need to go to blueprints. Shotgun, 516. Let me see here. That's not a pump, which I'm not a fan of automatics anyway, so thank God for that. Let me see here. Shotgun. Ah, the M59081. High level pump action shotgun lower rate of fire, greater power. Not gonna buy it right now. As you can see, I not only don't have the funds, but like I've said before, I am not a shotgun guy. I don't like close quarters combat. I will engage in it if I have to. Normally, I try to stay back and clear things from afar, especially if I'm able to, until I have to go inside. Then that's where the close quarters combat comes in, and I will. I won't even clear with my assault rifle at that point. I'll clear with my pistol most of the time. Do they have? Yeah, the Scorpio Scout. So this rifle here is the one that I actually have the mod for. I'm pretty sure it works with just a standard Scorpio, but I can't be sure. So I'm only 4 grand away. I might save up to get that instead. So I might go hunt for scale credits for a little while, and then go do some of that. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do actually. So anywhere. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long day. Yeah, our scale. That's only 500. I want big scale credits. Let me see. 2 grand. Oh, and there's the blueprint that I want, so I'll actually probably go there and clear that. I'll probably go to this biv here. Right now I'm not in the standard Ghost Recon gameplay. I'm in the Ghost Immersive gameplay. It takes out the ranking and the leveling system and just makes every shot realistic, every weapon more realistic, so you don't have to worry about damage or anything like that. Um, because I like a more immersive gameplay, especially with these shooter games. Um, just because I'm more of a tactical style player. So let's work our way over here slowly but surely to this wolf outpost and hopefully clear it. Let's see here. Alright. For those of you that do plan to stick around, I'm going to try to keep my schedule the same and open up at 7 every night. Hopefully it works out that way. I'm not going to say it will because small time streamer, I do still have a life outside of this. And as most of you know, life doesn't always go the way you want it to. But I will try to stick to the same scheduling. And if there's anything you guys want to see me do in this game while I am online, feel free to say something. And I will do my best to accommodate to it. Because small streamer, I obviously want more viewers, more followers, everything like that. Um, just to kind of grow my fan base, especially being small town. There's a lot of room for growth for me around here, because there's not a lot of people that do this and are able to make it successful. Because there's a lot of blue collar work around here that needs done, um, and it oftentimes proves more fruitful than streaming, like a big city would. I'm not saying all streamers are from big cities, but a majority of them seem to be. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. If there's anything that you want to know about me without getting too personal, feel free to ask. I will answer to a certain extent. Like I was talking with Mr. Garrett earlier about, um, my name is accurate. I do, outside of gaming, I do a lot of coyote hunting and hunting in general during the winter time. I don't know where you people are, where you viewers are from, but it gets fairly cold around here, so I tend to stay inside, except whenever I'm hunting because the coyote hunting seems to do better in the winter. But in the summer, I do spring and summer and fall. I do less gaming. I'm outside more, um, just because I like being outdoors in nature, and things like that. So there is that. Drink water to eliminate fatigue. Oh man, my fatigue is getting pretty high, isn't it? So we will go ahead and do that. Take a break here for a minute, kind of survey where I'm at, and if you guys are having trouble hearing me over the gameplay audio, just let me know. I will adjust it again. Um, if you're here at the beginning of the stream, you obviously know that I don't know how to work a lot of things. It took me about 15 minutes just to figure out how to get my gameplay going. So there's that. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying. I'm gonna stay away from him just because I don't think I have my sharpshooter skill. Oh, I do have it equipped. Yeah, I'll still stay away from him just to be safe. Especially since I'm about to mess with a whole wolf outpost. Oh, excuse me. Sounds like there might be some drones up here too, so I'll probably get somewhere where I can do Overlook and Overwatch and Recon. Kind of watch patrol, take note of patrols, not really watch them, because oftentimes I tend to lose track of them. But take note of patrols, take out snipers, radio operators, especially for a wolf outpost, because they can prove to be a bit of a problem. Reinforcements can. Well, that happened. Okay. So I'll drink some more water here, bring that back up. Yep, there's that drone I was worried about right there. Um, so we'll work our way up to this hillside here and do a little bit of recon. Actually, we'll make our way up there. It seems like it's better, got a better good vantage point than my original plan posted. So we will get over here and we will come up here. Get right next to the rocks that provide some cover. Actually, probably hide in this tall grass here. I might go down here and make sure there's nobody here. It doesn't look like it, but looks could be deceiving. So yeah, like I thought. And the bot's actually carrying my multi-key MT ammo too, so that's kind of neat. Alright, while I'm here, I'm going to heal up, take out Sniper, give him a nice good clanking. Might not risk that shot. Oh, there's actually two drones. This might prove problematic. We will see. Let's see. Get over here. Couple outcast refugees in there. It looks like. Hello, buddy. You can go away now. I don't know if he's alone, so I'll leave him, but I will take Dum Dum out. And then, where's this drone at? He's wearing me. I can hear him. Okay, he's working his way back that way. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot more drones than I thought here. Okay. Who found what? Alright, so I need to find the power source, which it looks like it's right there. Oh, no, no, not the power source. Where is the power source? Right there. Yep, that's it. I guess having a battle down there. See if I can make this shot. That seems like right yardage. But he keeps moving, and I have a hard time accounting for bullet drop. Got that fucker. Oh, way overhead. There, we got him. Okay. Man, that's putting that down there a ways. Take that drone out. Now we don't have to worry about him. And then we will try to take this power supply out from this angle. I don't know if I can get a good shot on it, though. These drones are acting a little sporadic-y. Yep, that's kind of what I figured. So I'll clear what I can from here. And we will hopefully not piss those drones off, but I'm sure it's going to happen eventually. Especially with there being so many of them. Is it that thing? It's... no. They'll hide inside? Must be. I don't think I can make a shot to the power cell from here, so we're just going to have to deal with their mortars and turrets for now. I do hit a vehicle, that concerns me. Alright. I wish the drones would calm down so I could actually do something here. That's the vehicle I was hearing. I might actually be able to make that shot. Yeah, okay, that's good. I'll kind of take cover behind our rock again. Might actually move down here. Driver, that way he has to jump out. Oh, I got one more round. Give it to me. Let me see your pretty face. There you are. Good night. Bad day to be Sentinel. So, let's see here. Drones don't want to know where I'm at. That's a good sign. I also don't seem to see any of the wolves. Let's see if I can. Oh, no. Hello, Joni. I really don't want to use my thing, but I will if I have to. Actually, if he gives me a shot, I will load these up here. special round, armor buster rounds that come with the sharpshooter class. Seems like the drones are coming down actually, so this might have been a waste, but I'll still try. See if I can't take something out here for you guys. Yeah, that seemed to got the wolves' attention. Hello, officer. Goodbye, officer. Who else? Hi, buddy. Oh, that nice little ting. Sounds so good. Must be patrol down there. Oh, there's a whole other base down there. Okay. Anybody else want to play besides him? Tink. Love those little tinks. Okay, let's get in here. Pick these up. Okay, didn't know that was a mission, but I'll take the credits. Go ahead and reload. And we will clear the rest of this hopefully without too much trouble. Go in here and get this intel. I'm gonna look at my map and see where those credits are. Yeah, I'll go ahead and mark that just because I know it's here. I didn't want that. I want my map. Oh, that's actually pretty nearby, and then the credits are across the way. So we will jump across and do that after I find this, which is probably in there. I'll check all the externals first just to make sure. Yeah, it's gonna be in there. So, doesn't look like there's anybody in here. Grenades are full. Maybe it's not in here unless I'm just blind, which is a good possibility. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm like right on top, unless it's up top. Which it could be, I guess. Oh, excuse me again. Actually, I'm gonna go around this. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Oh, no, that's gonna be right here. Oh, no, those were the credits. Okay, scratch that. Yep, so that's a skill point. That's what that is. I'm getting things mixed up. But that PX4 is here somewhere. So we'll move deeper in and hopefully she'll reveal her pretty face to us. And there she is on the far side of town. Is that just shined in here? That's gonna be that skill credit. Can't tell if that's civilian or a no, that is not a civilian. That's one of these guys. Let's get you guys out of here, yeah? And get my gun here. Oh, that's not the right gun. This one's over here. Who's found us? Who'd I miss? Shouldn't be anybody since I got that mission done. I'll find out if he starts opening up. There she is. There's my good little PX4. Yep, blueprint right there. Okay, I know that's not the actual gun, but the blueprint helps. What else is left? Yeah, I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't care for the T95. TAC 50, that is a good weapon. Honestly, I am more interested in the credits, but we will still go say hi. It's not even all that far away. I do not want to drop down there like that. I will go down this way. And we'll slide for as long as we can. Probably the worst way to go down that mountain, but here we are. Let me see here. Okay, so we will. This is not the right spot, is it? Maybe it is. Huh, I thought this was a wolf outpost. Guess it would make sense for a wolf outpost to be so close to. Oh, that's why this is a problem. So hopefully we can sneak in, sneak out, and be done. Yeah, we'll go with the flash hider. Just to be safe, we'll go with the flash. Oh, hi, buddy. You stay out there, yeah? Grab this. There's my credits. And then just so it can say I picked it up, we will grab that. And then we will go back to Air 1 so I can buy that blueprint so you guys can see what it looks like with the mod. And get that done. Because I'm curious to see it too. I haven't actually seen it because I'm not sure if the gun that's showing is actually the right thing or if it's specific to the Scout, the Scorpio Scout gun itself. Shop. Blueprints. I will buy you. And then we will. I do have skill points I can spend. Oh, what do I want here? These aren't really useful to me since I'm playing the immersive mode. We'll go with you. And then we will go with you. Just so I can get those armor buster rounds faster. And I completely forgot what I was going to do. I wanted to do this. Yeah. And we will upgrade her. Oh yeah, that's what the gun's supposed to look like. So it is specific to. Oh yeah. Well, it was fine until I went to go customize it. We'll see how it looks in game. Oh, that looks fine. What challenges do I have for this? Just kills from far away, quick kills, and kill a drone. Yeah. Yeah, that gun looks much better. What do I have left? Not much, but we'll see what I can get. Actually, yeah, I wanted to put on a set of. Yeah, I put on a headset. That's what I want to do. Equip, edit color. Oh, you can match sick. Okay. I also do have a bunch of patch mods. There's a Master Chief one in here somewhere, along with all my other naughty ones here that I'm not going to explicitly show. If you guys want, I can put a list of my mods in chat sometime so you guys know what I'm running with. Specifically, if you like the way any of this looks. Like I said, this isn't my only character model. I do have one that changes. Who was it? That changes Janie to a Laura Croft look, which is where the ponytail comes from. Um, but whenever I put the helmet on, it changes all that into a bun in the back, if I remember correctly. Yeah, changes all of it into a bun, which is hidden under the helmet. So there is that. Um, but since I've got that done, I'm going to save my conquest character for tomorrow. That way you guys don't get too burnt out of watching me if you're not already. For those of you that are here, I do appreciate you being here. I hope I can get a follow from you. If not, I completely understand. And well, I guess I can give you a preview of my other character before I dip out of here real quick. Because it has been a long day at work, and not only am I tired, but you guys don't deserve to listen to me yap all night long. So once she loads up here, and on this class I roll with a different class. I roll with the Panther class, but I roll with the Aurora class here, which you guys will get to see tomorrow whenever I do my Conquest gameplay. Um, Other than that, I appreciate you guys being here, and we will see you next time. Peace out, and hopefully you will join this operation tomorrow. Coyote Killer 124 offline.